Today we are trying out some Tavern Talk. This is a new version of their demo and it's 3 hours, I believe. So make sure you grab a cup of tea, get cozy. Wingcat, hello. But yeah, we're gonna try out the demo. This game comes out on the 20th of June, so only, what, 11 days? But I'm excited. It says it's like Coffee Talk meets D&D. So I'm intrigued, very intrigued. Before I start, I hope the levels are okay. Music's not too loud. Also, I love this title where it opens the like Dungeon Master board, I guess, almost. Right. Levels look okay, so let's start. You can pick up pronouns. I want one IRL, yes, same. Some real cool ones. Hi Inkeep, how's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes, yes. All fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic. Maybe a gnome? Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very... exciting? Who am I kidding? My life is as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic! Oh damn, whoops. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut, just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah, oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no garlic. Oh my gosh, is that a life worth living? No dragons, just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. I just want to hug her. The background art looks lovely. Character art, not my vibe. I like the character art. Although, we've only seen one character so far, but yeah, I love the background. I want this wallpaper in my room. It's all pretty colours and stained glass windows. I would love stained glass windows. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Oh my god. Game. Don't do this to me. Have you tried visiting a circus? Have you tried adding some zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theatre or a gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights, and of people, and of actors. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things I never lived through anything? I feel called mood. What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. A pretty nymph? That's pretty daring. Well, that sounds like a good song opening to me. I mean, it sounds like a good song opening to me. Oh, really? You think so? Well, perhaps it has a nice flow to it. But nothing actually happens in it, because all I do is sit around and wish for things to happen. I don't even know what nymphs do. I've never met one. Taxes, maybe? Do you think nymphs do taxes, guys? No, I don't think so. I would love to sing about the exciting, magical things I encounter. Oh, we got character information. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. Yeah, write me a song about my beautiful inn. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Don't want a reputation for having nymphs in the bar. Okay, maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. Usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike in case you forgot. Thanks for the reminder, Fable. It's my favourite. It always makes me feel like a feather-light nymph floating on the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? I guess let's do a tutorial. Really? Yeah. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. We get to make drinks. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. Oh my gosh. Andu is so cute. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you pinned my order. A swift, what was it? A swift strike. Draw recipe. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No, I like to mix and match for a more varied result. But the right balance is crucial. So I stick to my recipes. When I've settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it out. Draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with the sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to Andu. Poor Andu, just full of magical concoctions. Let me just hide my avatar so you can see Andu. There he is. Isn't he cute? Aw. Little Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with all the magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. So are we, Fable? Cutie pie he is, isn't he? So we're making a swift strike. Be a leaf on the wind with the swift strike. This must have for any dexterity devoted adventurer. Grants you agility, speed, and remarkable accuracy. Oh, and a tasty drink. With an order this delicious, you'll exceed any dwarf's kill count in no time. Rebel, hello! On Twitch and YouTube. You're on both. Also, Foz, I assume you got your chat on YouTube working because I can see your wave. So, a swift strike. We need this, which I did. Perfect. Oh, I see. It highlights which one it is up there. We're just gonna... Is that too much? I need a tiny bit of... like a drop of... this? Okay. I feel like the cup is already far too full. But I need a bit of this. Does that count? No! It's too full! There you go. We'll just give it all to him. Yeah, Andrew is so cute. Right, let's try again. So, I'm guessing 1, 2, 3. 3 part that. 1 part this. And 1 part this. Yay! We made a swift strike. Isn't he cute? Oh, he pulls out the little thing to tell you what you made. Oh, and it comes out in a fancy cup. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe, but how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but what? Never mind. Aw, poor Fable. My yard watering timer broke, so now I have to manually turn the water on and off. I'm just a basic pleb who has to go out with a watering can. I don't have anything fancy. Who's this mysterious being? Ooh, there's like a tentacle. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Seems like an appropriate quote here. Exactly. Fable's my favorite so far. How can I help you? A drink? For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific, thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Oof, burn, sure, whatever. I love that. Also, let's have a look at the tabs. So we've got our characters. Fable. Elf, aged 110, pronouns they, them, a ranger. Background, Ashen Grove, neutral good. Arcana, the Hanged Man. Fable Verafina is a ranger taking care of the Ashen Grove. They're a sweet and gentle soul and a regular at the Wayfarer's Inn. They dream of being an adventurer, but are troubled by severe anxiety about, well, everything really. Their nut allergy probably doesn't help either. Aw. We haven't had any rumors yet. No quests. We've got a log. Our recipes, our ingredients, what the stats mean. Oh, and then we'll get infusions at some point. Interesting. Wait, where's the... There we go. So they want a spoken heart. Sweet and sparkling in taste, the spoken heart will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Your newfound sincerity, confidence, and many heartfelt words will work wonders in boosting your persuasive abilities. A charismatic boost great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. Savage. So we need 3 part this. 1, 2, 3. 1 part strength. And 1 part, I can't remember what they are, defense. And we got spoken heart. Can't wait for infusions. I want to see how they add those in. This should be digestible, maybe even tasty. It's so out of place, like, compared to them. Thanks. Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And her bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Ooh, rumor unlocked. Song of bones and something. Banshees haunting the lonesome lagoon, wailing a song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully hope. Alright. Oh, what about with Fable? The brooding type I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine? Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Or the birds in the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. And that's what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. They want to multi-class as a bard, apparently, yes. I was feeling like her attire was kind of bardish, mainly because of the hat. I don't know why. What if it's wrong to leave, though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day. Oh, she's gone. No, Fable's my favorite. Come back. Ooh. Who is this? Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment. You own this establishment, Innkeep. Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Kaelin? You can call me Kare or Lynn. Couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Kaelin. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Ugh, no. No quest for me, but I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Traegerin, terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. Handsome furry boy. Thing is though, his cloak looks furry, so he's like... and like a similar fur. Concern. A werewolf, this is news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Ereve. We got a rumor. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that one romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Ugh. A Twilight reference? In this economy? Terrible. Nah, that just splits society into two camps. Team werewolf or team vampire. Which one are you in, Keep? Neither? I guess werewolf. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experience with the other camp more so. I'm glad that was my answer. I'm itching to ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Yes, all the time, at least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. What is he? I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a bit too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. If they aren't like werewolves, what are they? Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Dunno. Don't care enough to check. Either way, that southern werewolf, yeah. Right, anything else that might help others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog. Trust me, can we play fetch with them? Good to know. Thanks, Care Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Kaelin, Care, or Lynn. Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you've got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. Don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Oh, I got to pick it this time. Strength order. Okay, we've got Lynn. Lynn, a Vukekin, 36. Oh, it's a she-her. Beast Slayer. Background, Erever. Chaotic Good. Arcana the Chariot. A Vukekin. Oh gosh, we have so many rumors now. I love it on the little scraps of paper. Cute. So we need a very strengthy one. Southern Brawler. The Southern Brawler is the perfect combination of offensive and defensives, dominated by the piquante aroma of Ignis. This drink is served fiery hot or ice cold, depending on the kind of fight you're looking for. Let's do this one. So, 3 strength. 1, 2, 3. 1 defense. And 1, I think, is this one charisma? Southern Brawler. You've never watched or read Twilight? Me either. Didn't miss anything? Fair. I didn't get into the hype. A drink with 0 water as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west, through the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will ya? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Okay, this game's too relatable. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humour her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself? Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumours for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups, but sure, for more work I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumours, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Ooh, we're learning about questboard. I could use some help. Fine, I guess I got a few minutes. Let me see your setup. Oh, something disappeared. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. Think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all for the same quest. Otherwise you'll end up confusing adventurers. Oh my god, imagine. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. So, I guess it's these three. A werewolf on detours. A recent Vukakin passed by the Wayfarer's Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way up to Tragarin from Erever. They pose a potential threat to both help the sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Tragarin from this werewolf mayhem? Okay, so we need more rumours around the same thing. Oh, we're feeding him! Oh, it's like the end of the day. Cute. Yeah, we need more rumours. I like that part. Silver, hello. Thank you for the luck. Oh, this house looks so pretty. House Tavern. Act 1, The Wayfarer's Inn. 2. Prelude to Bravery. 58th of the Wake. Right, let's start the day. I didn't notice anywhere time was passing, so is it like we get 3 a day? Oh no, she's picked up the werewolf quest. Hi, Fable. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is terrifying Tragarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Frola, hello. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrains. Wood even. Preferably one who is good with a bow. This is Fable to a T. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I'm good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And? Maybe I want the quest? Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into a tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forests. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they're also human. But you've talked to humans before? And you've got silver arrows for your birthday last year and they're just collecting dust in your room. And And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. What's your name? I'm Ghosty. How goes it? I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest? Then I have to go on the quest. That's how they work. And I have to fight the werewolf or talk to the werewolf, which is worse. Because what if the werewolf doesn't like me? And what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead? And then the tree would be mad at me. She's so adorable. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back? Fable? Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly, I'm unable to move until someone makes the decision for me. This game has been too relatable. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones? You sell bones? Only to slimes. Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You just have to pick them up from the forest floor. Wait, Ghosty, are you Fable? I don't know. Starting to worry. starting to worry. I was about to say we're both blonde, but my avatar is lying at the minute because I dyed my hair. I think I'd have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. It seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses. But it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic fable, the protector of the woods. The world. The worms. The worms? They seem like they need protecting. Also, your ears aren't that pointy. Maybe. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats that they can look back on and prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of the light and the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthine Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Oh my gosh. The Mary Morgan incident? This girl has issues. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank Iowa didn't get around. It was my very first adventure. The chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So, they wanted guidance from a local ranger. A merchant up in Triggering recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. my first adventure, yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well, there was blood rushing in my ears, and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that's known to drown men? Not sure if she really differentiates between genders though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the wyvern chimera that resides in the Quagman Grove. They say it has taste for adventures, but you didn't. But I didn't. My gosh, she's so unlucky. She's adorable though. I want to know why no one wants to spend time with her. I feel like this is going to be a very me answer to the question. So we'll see. Because I'm unlucky. Okay. I'm unlucky, and whatever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it, except for me. Yep, that's me. Not just a wyvern, not just a chimera, but a wyvern chimera. Exactly. I get caught on it and I'd rip my coat. Did that happen once? This is oddly specific. Once? I wish it had just been once. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. This is a mood. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming and they make for a nice bouquet, you know. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. Oh, that's what she's got in her hair. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the weeping amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping? Like a baby all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry, that sounds horrible, Fable. Poor Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. Okay, let's learn about her first encounter with the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the dream plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I bought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it had fire breath it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthine Hydra. And I have this whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are as changing as a Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the amaranthine hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left, and I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Wood-halves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Adventurers don't come tied up in neat mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you the same nonetheless. You do? She's welling up. Yes, I don't care much for Fable the flawless hero. I don't think their stories will be very interesting. Fable, the messy adventurer with the heart of gold and an endearing personality, on the other hand. Great non-guy. Might even be my favourite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, Innkeep. And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. It's fine. Zucchinis are the worst. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest? For example? Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I'm a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs, I'm going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Something with a lot of dexterity. If I want to fight it... Oh, blah, blah. If I want to fight it, I'm going to need that surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry, lost lichen look after all and only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure you don't pick a random recipe. Please keep it to one of the abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But of course, I'm sure you're already aware of that. Sorry for backseating mixing. Oh my gosh. We've got to either charisma or dexterity. No pressure, I know. Should we let her be able to run away? Or should we let her talk her way out of it? She could come back with like, I don't know, a new wolf companion. So that's the one that she normally has, Swift Strike. So it's going to be either Spoken Heart. It does say great for bards and emotionally repressed individuals. Should we make her chatty? Oh, I'm scared. It influences everything, no pressure. 1, 2, 3 parts charisma. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I'm reading the wrong thing. 1 part strength, 1 part defense. A Spoken Heart. I hope this is a good outcome. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There's a lot of farmers in Triggering. And I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So? I bought you some phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. Also, this will be the infusion stuff, I guess. Also, I've just noticed that someone's prosthetic arm, which is just a spatula, is hanging from the coat rack. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. Oh, I hope that was the good answer. I don't know if there's bad answers. What if we've just sent her out to her death? I hope Fable will be alright. I wonder what path their fate took. Maybe Zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Ooh. Mystery person. You again? Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try and being more specific? That Spoken Heart one tasted... Thank you. Tasted. It just tasted. Another Spoken Heart. Our third one. People want all the charisma. We believe in you, Fable. Hopefully I picked the right choice. Mainly I just wanted her to become best friends with the wolf. You know? A Spoken Heart just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. So edgy. Charming. Do we get any new people or is this the end of the day? New people! Slimes! Oh my. There's a vampire! Oh gosh. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh shush. Greetings, travellers. How may I help you? There's a tiny chicken on the notice board. Is there? Oh, is it hidden now? What's that? Not another one of those empty babblers. I can confidently say I'm all but empty. Oh, hidden by the vampire now? Damn, I missed the chicken. That's what they all say. Seems they've given you some more dialogue options than most, but don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there actually was a brain inside that skull. Rude? I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Better, yes. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. He's crying. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape! Your cape? That's not his cape. That green fellow on his shoulder is on Ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest of it is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. Oh, I get it. God damn. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Duquette Dusang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favourite colour. I'll look for something with red in it. Okay. Something red. I mean... That's... Oh, so one with strength, so it will be the Southern Brawler. Right, so 3 parts strength. 1 part defense. 1 part... Yeah, 1 part charisma. We made a Southern Brawler. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Rhea. Nice to meet. Yeah, skip. Just serve me something strong, something that feels durable, tough like a mountain or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Ooh, we haven't made a frosted lagoon. Oh, no. Oh yeah, there's the frosted lagoon. We haven't made this one yet though. So 3 parts strength. And then 1 part attack. 1 part charisma. Frosted lagoon. A taste of Ur just for you, valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. Pile of rocks? So, Rhea, Kyle, what about that ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me deep in the mountains of Dolvimer with my trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know? Hit a gold vein earlier and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly, this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when that ooze slapped me gold, I had to do something. So I took me shovel and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. Silly food? Silly fool? She dug out me? And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold? Oh yes, a big gold nugget should be enough to get me to Baruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Baruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Thought-cast chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put me capes? Where? In a wardrobe! Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we could find you someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Good luck with that. First I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strutt in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle? That would be her. Congratulations, are you still married? Of course not, I hate her, every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats, here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little, mean, vicious, beautiful beast. Ha! That thief of thieves robbed me, my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago. But my cape, I could never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper? That's your name, right? No. Oh, my deepest apologies. What is it then? I don't think it's time for that yet. Name's a valuable currency after all. For some types indeed. But you mustn't be so mysterious to a new friend. All my friends call me innkeeper. Ah, in that case, I shall not disrespect your wishes. Well then, innkeeper, do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? Should we send Fable on another quest? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up that search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the abyss of dread, at the foot of a mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness, Temptress of Men, Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary. She bites! And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up a quest for you. I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Right, another lagoon. Frosted lagoon. So 3-part strength, or defense even. 1 part strength. And 1 part charisma. A frosted lagoon. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till day 4 with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice, and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh right, innkeeper. Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of Chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by the dragons to guard Gaia. Likes to eat people for breakfast. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten the delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves. I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we can alter our deal? Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze goop, I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make it another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds. Especially that part. Splendid. Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. I'm a real girl. You too, tasty creature. We're friends with vampires now. Oh gosh, so we gotta make our quests. According to the Amaranthine Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? The one thing that stands a chance against this grueling curse of the sun is chimera saliva. Apparently, source. Aunt Mathilda, a vampire? A wyvern chimera resides in the Quag Mangrove. Adventures beware. Okay, we got our quest. Deep in the Quag Mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a valuable treasure to any alchemists. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use the rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer, or mouse, brave enough to confront the beast? The chimera, not the vampire. and bring back a bucket of saliva. I love how it's like, not the vampire. Oh my gosh, these ones have that S on it that we used to draw at school. A whole bucket, I know, right? A quirky vampire looking for his cape. Saw it on his wedding day. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole him from him. She resides at the foot of the Witch's Wrath Peak. Venture to the peak and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape. But be aware, she might be invisible. What sane adventurer would pick that up? Also, a whole bucket of saliva. Is he just gonna, like, tip it over himself? That's disgusting. Disgusting. I know, right? Ew. I'm unlikely to take any quest to aid a vampire. Fair. Chapter 3, New Friends and Former Enemies. This fable returned. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I can now have access to some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Foreshadowing. Oh yeah, the little chick. On the board. Cute. Fable! So, innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. She's alive! Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well and with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? Aw, so you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Aw, she's so upset. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died? No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. Oh, good job we did charisma. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Huh? Elaborate, please? I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she is confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did, kind of. I also remember you saying that you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not? Sure was. Stealing sheep? Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep? Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right, I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon of the quest Fable. Right, the quest. I love Fable so much. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tregorin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God. You're already weird enough. Oh. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Fable? Just kidding. Oh, thank God. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned all of my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf, please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. She's so adorable. And I thought it might confuse her and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing to do is greet them? A polite person? Or an insane one? It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked why, and I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you, a guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. He turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow, gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Kaelin and the werewolf were on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously I set it down at that point. As long as we know the sheep, it's all good. That's all that matters, really. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolves' flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and had uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old bastard? Hey, why can't I say that? Bastard? What the? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Oh, I said nothing. Children, cover your ears. Ah. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible, idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. 'Twas. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop 2 angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dragon and Kaelin and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, we'd have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Vukakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, trying to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? Their little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to? Maybe. How did it go? Fine, we'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with a cure, he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he has to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course it won't be easy, no change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. Crescent moose. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. She did her first adventure though, yay! So after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at the settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Croissant mousse? Plus Alfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they need to update you on everything non-stop. Would think they live here or something. Had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah! Said something about being for you in keep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. A gift? That wasn't hard, was it? Well... So a drink? What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean make the usual, strength never gets old. So another Southern Brawler, I'm assuming? Can't wait till we learn more drinks. A croissant mousse. Oh, can you tip it? You can just tip it directly into his mouth. I wonder if you can give him too much. No? Andy's just gonna be real strong. You can just give Andy the potion parts. 3 parts strength. 1 part defense. 1 part charisma. Beautiful. Southern Brawler. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Fable, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like a swift strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Of course, we'll make her her usual. The old swift strike. 3 parts agility, dexterity. 1 part brain power, 1 part defense. Hey, Swift Strike. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're gonna pass out at any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Kaylin, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you, Les. Aww. Later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first? Oh, mood. A nap would be good. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Have you considered that you weren't pretending? You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm gonna save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right, I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Galen first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Is this foreshadowing? Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. Fable's adorable. They are so cute. I support naps, same. Got me yawning. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yawny. Doing all the talking always makes me yawn more. It's so annoying. Good evening to you too. Oh, he's taking a quest. Vampire? This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is? And mysterious. Sure. Like me? You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? Oh, no. My legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get the cape. I mean... Yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence, me too. Doesn't it say it on the thing? Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has? Once had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? She's a vampire, man. Oh, hello. First playthrough tag is typoed. Oh. It's fine. It was an auto one from Twitch. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on, but below that mask. Sure, yeah, would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret, or you're not worth the coins in your pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. Not wrong, I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows of the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair? Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Are we gonna like build on the walls? Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. Yeah, get me a trinket. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me. Along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. I'm guessing we're going to do infusions now. Say, what do you trade them for? How about a joke? Secrets. I want secrets. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I served you a drink. I was so stealthy I spent hours just watching you from afar. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried after the adorable green one left. Hey, Snake. Zephyr is my Khajiit ninja assassin. Maybe trinkets will go in those tiny frames. That's what I was thinking. I hope so. Or just pinned on this blank wall here. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. Yay! In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. They can help you form magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they will turn you invisible, eventually, and for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. What dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature, so I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Ooh, woo. Strength I can do, and some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely, to outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose, so that she may lie in the shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help. And some invisibility could help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with the decision, Innkeep. Your wisdom is no secret, is it? All the secrets. Also, yes, hello Ode, hello Snake. I hope you're doing good. I really hope we can collect a whole bunch of trinkets. That would be great. Oh, excuse me. They might alter the drink in a way where I have to use different ingredients. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that they mix the correct recipe. Okay, so we got to do the infusion first. I think I'll go with the strength. Just because the invisibility is like real patchy. So we'll go frost armor. And wait, where's the thing? And then strength. So we add in the pinecone first. It's going, how's you? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Really enjoying this. Apart from it's so much talking. I regret not having a drink. Right, so Southern Brawler. We need some strength. 3-part strength, I believe. 1 part defense. 1 part charisma. Oh. Did I do it wrong? I did the strength and I added the infusion. Is that? Did I do it wrong? Not I! Bye, bye, bye. Ah, Foz has come in with a drink. How amazing. Nord, hello, I hope you're well. The infusion could change the recipe, yes. I am assuming that I don't need to put this money in. We'll feed Andy. So I'm guessing I only need 2 part. I don't get how it's changing the recipe. Oh wait, no, I don't want that. What? 1 part that. A 2 part. This. And then it's minus that, so I need to add that. I don't... Oh, and then I have to pay attention to... Oh, okay, there we did it. Okay, so there's like the under bit. Okay. I did it. Was that Nord? Are you taking control, Nord? Here you go, a drink that all vampires fear. Liquid Sunrise? Not quite, but that's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, Innkeep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the liquid sunrise? Good one. It tastes like the sun, a cold sun, and I shall strike her down as such. Try and edit the tags, fair. The sun? Evelyn. A nod on YouTube too? Hello. Ah, that makes more sense. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. He's so edgy. Or for a bitter end. Hey, Lynn's here. Oh, Lynn's taking a quest. A quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It's hard to get up. Of course, my apologies. Bed's just far too comfortable. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. We've got to make those beds lumpier. Would you like a drink as compensation? Think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up and keep me up too. I know, how dare our beds be comfortable? The audacity. 1, 2, 3. Wait, can we add in... What did the chilies do again? That'd be funny. No, it just gives fire resistance. Okay. And then a defense. And not that one. And charisma. Hey, a southern brawler. I am everywhere. Are you watching me right now? Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Kaelin. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest? Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it is my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It's been hours since I've done anything. But sleep, chat, and drink. I am getting angsty. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire's sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. It could by taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. Wait, no! Fable needs more quests. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing, I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before, and I've always sort of wanted to. She reminds me a little of Geralt for some reason. I can kinda see it. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. This seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about Guardians? It's less about the Guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the Chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes, modelled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool? Mm-hmm. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about the dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes for them and all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Aw. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. Not wrong. At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No, was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with those feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? Oh, you like dragons? I do! They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic. And their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to prep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see, that doesn't count as help. It's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body can hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I'd need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? We can give you fire resistance. Just a little bit of a phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. That could be very useful in a fight. Dragons. You're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job. Figure it out. Okay. So. We can go brain or defense. This one's brainy and we haven't made it before. So we could go with the Frosted Lagoon and use an infusion, or we can make one that we've never made before, the Sparkling Nebula. Which I kind of want to do. Yeah, we'll do this one. Just to make something new. So 3 parts this. 1, 2, 3. One of these. Oh no, 2 of these. It's literally just these, a Sparkling Nebula. Figured it out. Thanks. I hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Oh, it's the end of the day. I love this little video that plays at the end of the day. This little sequence. Okay, Act 1, Chapter 4, Starlight Sonata. It's so cute, isn't it? Oh, she's so pretty. Hey, innkeep. She's got all the birds. Oh, I love birds. Oh. I really like the art style. Yes. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. We know this person. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do? Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar. Like something is amiss. I just can't figure out what. She's beautiful, she is, isn't she? Animals often have a sixth sense, you know? They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will ya? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again? You know me well. Too well, I guess. That's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes, I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe, so I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. I feel like we'd be friends. I want to be her best friend. Okie dokie. So, this is the only 3-part defense. 1, 2, 3. 3-part defense, 1 part strength, 1 part charisma. No infusions, a frosted lagoon. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boreas. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Borean Art Convention. Isn't Boreas difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll also be electing the scariest monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. Do you know what I'm most excited about? Also, I've just realized, is it because she's here? Like, there's like an aura. Like it wasn't, I swear it wasn't like this before. I swear that plant wasn't as big either. Nymphs? No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boreas. That would be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that we know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geysers and hot springs, especially around this time of year, when the mornings are still a bit chilly, and the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet. I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but Borean flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green cheeked conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your care, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention. Of course! As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me, but I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to be late to your convention. Well then, so long Innkeep. See you soon. Oh, I love her. She's adorable. Oh no, it's still like that around here. I just never noticed it before. Wait, let's see. Oh, she didn't get added to my book. Rude? Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Kaylin's quest and the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that? She told me before she left, in case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course! We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all? But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about how the sea mirrors echoes and I can't wait to learn how the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. So well, what is it, Fable? I may or may have not finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Kaelin was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. Yes, I recall. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. Oh my god, I love it! The werewolves taught me how to do it. While the astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections. I imagine it to be a constellation from a far away realm. I call it the Little Dipper. Oh, it's on our wall now. Okay, so it just gets added to the wall. I love that. I think it does look a bit like a Little Dipper. Using a lot of imagination. Who knows, maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky. There might be. Maybe the Little Dipper is part of a larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? Innkeep, I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? Do you like to watch them from time to time? Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? Astral? Really? That's surprising. Then again, you do help people change, just like Cassiopeia. You'll have to give me your birth data soon so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great, thank you. I think you may be a double jackdaw. Are you? We'll see. We will! Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Or something more zesty, perhaps? A drink, please. I think I figured out how to make my own zest. Happy to hear that, Fable. But drinks. Not sure how to make those just yet, especially with the right balance. I'll still have to make the rounds around the grove later. So could you make me something that will keep me awake and agile? Do you think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm on it. Thank you. One moment. She likes a swift strike. She's adorable. Fable is still my favorite. She's just too adorable. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of brain power and a little bit of defense. There we go. Swift strike. Yeah. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. The vampire. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. You leave her alone, Kyle. And I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment. With winding paths and dark corners, anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire? No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek, I am very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Mayhaps, but it underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide and seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear Innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Not yet. Shame, then I shall have some of that faux blood again, please. It does make my bones feel more sturdy. Coming right up. I want to know why the slimes aren't... What's the deal with the slimes? They ain't showered yet. Or are the slimes gonna take over? And a bit of charisma. Oh. I pressed the bell too early. The drink was still moving. What? Not had that yet. Too keen. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, Innkeep. The only thing that could make me happier would be a drink lovingly titled The Innkeeper's Vein. The slime will slowly take over the vampire's will, and then we'll have vampire slime. Oh my god. We're all doomed. Doomed, I tell you. Imagine. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how's the retrieval of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I am sure he'll return soon and your cape will be reunited. Marvellous. Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her, but when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand, and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weakening amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun is also bad for vampires. It is? Yes. Right, I need sunscreen. It's in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colourful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find Rhea anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time. Very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armour of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow on onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. Had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles? Yes, they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me. I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape? Maybe people want my cape. Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape after all. Maybe he wanted my pascal recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Me? Yes, said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. And congratulations on the well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations on the faux piece your precious innkeeper's found in her house of denial. Rude? Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want me to tell you more about your time at the... No. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Rhea as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figurine with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Wait, people have friends? Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Toriel, hello. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. Yeah, he had his heart removed. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A heaven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. Yeah, Toriel streamed Fable, day before yesterday? Fable, not Fable, Tavern Talk. Fable is this person. They are very adorable. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am, but I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it the most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. Sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Rhea hated vampires when she met me. Now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. I think she still hates you. That's a very mean thing to say. I don't think you get to make that decision. Neither do you. No, but I can have faith in her heart. Isn't that what friendship is all about? That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. Are you not going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling on the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks? Doesn't that sound lovely? I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. Oh. I don't mean to interrupt, but... What is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think the fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. They do not look like fireworks. Kyle's the most clueless vampire ever, 100%. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. Hello, little fireworks. Sparkle on. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Everyone's gone. We going outside? Oh. Picking up the pieces, first of the astral moon. Chapter 5. I'm glad the inn wasn't severely damaged by the falling stars, though it did take me nearly the whole day to finish all those little repairs. Did we find out what it is? The building might still look a little battered, but it could be worse. Hopefully none of my customers got hurt yesterday. It's not much, but I should surprise them with a new drink on the menu. Yay, new drink! That way whoever comes in can get at least a small taste of normalcy. I think that sounds like a good plan. Yeah, it's 100% fine. No issues. Look at the little turtle! Oh my god! So cute! Everything's fine. Innkeeper? Jade? Didn't think you'd show up again after last time. No hard feelings. Remind me again, who started that whole brawl? Wait, does the tile have like a nose piercing? No clue, actually. Must have slipped my mind. Would a drink help you remember? If I wanted to chat about it, maybe, but you know how much the remnants of the past bore me. Then let's focus on the present. Let's. I didn't come all this way to revel in old times after all. Although, I bought you something I knew you'd find useful, just in case you did remember who started the brawl. Oh, this is interesting. Let me see. It's some thunder sage, found it on one of my jobs, but didn't have any use for it. Her little tortoise is so cute. It's got a little nose piercing. Also, her fingers are green. Wait, what? She looks heckin' cool. Just don't try to boil tea out of its leaves. Tastes dreadful. Numbs your tongue. You seem to be speaking from experience. Also, I've just noticed this thing on the board. Your tavern seems to be getting on in years. Seems like nothing can escape the grip of time. Wasn't even sure if it was still open. Is it that bad? I guess some would say age adds character. And what would you say? I'd say you've gotten old. Ouch. Now's not the time. It's nearly my birthday. Don't take it too personally. You've still got some of your old spark-ish. That's at least something. Not the brightest flame, but funky enough. Thank you. Now, I'd actually like to try one of your fiery drinks. What can I serve you? Something that'll quicken my reflexes. Gotcha. Ugh. So rude. Also... Okay, this is Jade. Maeda. Let's serve her extra salt for those comments. Yes. Oh my gosh. What does she want? Swift. Where's the drinks again? Swift Strike, I guess. Should we give her some peppers? Swift Strikers. 3 of these. A brain. And a defense. Swift Strike. No actual sparks, but perhaps something sparkling. Now that's what you call a drink. Maybe you haven't gotten on in years so much after all. I don't know what this is. It's like a note pin knife to the... Damn it. Well, some things never wither. What are you doing in Zenith these days? Keeping up to date, checking out the latest town gossip after my most recent gig. Your most recent gig? I finished up a job in the Say Plains. A sandworm kept terrorizing a group of seal wool merchants at the edge of the plains. I, myself, am very fond of those creatures. They just mind their own business, but sometimes, they gotta eat. But you know how it is. Something's gotta pay the bills after all. So I took the gig. It was a cushy job, though I still managed to get sand between my teeth. Luckily, it was only a sandworm and not one of those mimics that pretend to be a part of the local fauna and... Snap. Gone you are. Anyway, I also heard about some unrest in Zoford from one of the local merchants and decided to go take a look. Zoford? The seaport? Yeah. Always considered it a rather calm area. It was. It still is. Sometimes, at least. Initially, I thought the unrest was related to the local thieves guild, so I went there to deal with some bandits. Look at their most wanted list and cash out. There was no real challenge though, so I didn't pick anything up. Other than a few hushed whispers at the marketplace, that is. Something about some archmage's familiar, there we go, that went missing or whatever. Perhaps a job for you. I'm not a welfare association. Like, what do I care about missing familiars if no one's going to pay me, you know? Of course. I was way more interested in hearing more about the undead on the other side of the country that my colleagues were mumbling about. So I came here, and naturally I couldn't resist coming by to see how you were holding up. I'm doing very well, thank you. Well, that's good news, especially considering the state of your tavern. It's not that bad. Sure, whatever you say. So, do you know anything about those undead? Not really. I've been a bit occupied with cleaning up this mess. The tavern was just a tad affected by some recent incidents. What do you mean? The shooting stars? Who's this? Such hair. Shooting stars? It's much more serious than that. Innkeeper, a drink please. Perhaps something to boost my defenses. I'll have to be equipped for every possible situation after this kind of morning. Coming right up. Some defenses. I believe it's the Frosted Lagoon. I'm worried this demo is going to end on a cliffhanger like the last demo. I must know what's going on. And a Frosted Lagoon. Please enjoy. Like dragon scales, sturdy, strong, flawless. I'm glad I could impress. You have no idea how much this catastrophe has affected the poor citizens of Zenith. And my day off. I can only imagine what scars it must have left on the rest of the country. I mean, if some star rain managed to affect not only the tavern but also the whole city, it must have been pretty bad. Speaking of which, I'd be happy to help you fix this place up. If the money's right, of course. No, thank you. I'm closing up early today and tomorrow to take care of things. All right, Chief. The offer stands. What? You don't really believe it was just shooting stars, do you? What else would it have been? Have you not seen the damage? Last time I checked, shooting stars were flaming comets traveling through the firmament of Cassiopeia. Sometimes they crash on Gaia, rarely, but it happens. Nothing I would worry about. Just an average Genesis for me. Cassiopeia helped me. Cassiopeia helped me. Gosh, I can't read today. What, do you know something I don't? Perhaps? Oh, do enlighten me, please. Well, it seems you're not aware of who you're talking to. Nope. My name is... oh god. Alethea Anwar. I'm a devotee of the great dragon Cassiopeia, bringer of change and lady of the gilded sea. I fight for those that cannot fight for themselves, bring justice to those who would bring doom. and I am very aware of when something is wrong with the firmament. Cool. Pleasure to meet you, Alethea. Now, trust me when I tell you, this was more than just your average asteroid shower. I'm bad at trusting strangers, but go ahead. I believe something way worse happened. What? I know the stars fell from the sky. Literally. Usually I reside in the Aperture. It's a temple in the far northeast dedicated to Cassiopeia. But for my niece's birthday, I decided to take a few days off and visit her, to take her to the carnival on the outskirts of Zenith. We were just on our way back when suddenly, right above us, the sky was ablaze with millions of stars raining down on Gaia. I'm very attuned to the realm of Cassiopeia, the harbour of all luminaries of the firmament. Just say astral realm. That wouldn't do the place justice, but what would you know? It's vast and yet so full of beauty. It's an ocean with a glistening surface, home to creatures beyond our comprehension. It's the theological term for it. Anyways, I noticed something was off the moment it happened, perhaps even a tad beforehand, like the feeling of impending doom, when all the hairs on your neck stand up and you know there's a creature lurking somewhere in the shadows. Exactly. Which is why, in Keep, I came here right after fulfilling my duties this morning. So many were hurt. It's a matter close to my heart, figuring out what happened. After inquiring with those affected, many referred to you and your tavern. If anyone had any intel, it'd be you, they said. They did? Yes. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I imagine I know even less than you do. I was hoping to find some clues at least to help me start with my investigation. Well, she could ask around for you, I'm sure. Would you do that? I can certainly try. Good. In the meantime, I shall do what I do best, aid those in need. And perhaps find out more about this disaster. Why... what? Why are you so nonchalant about all of this? Things like this happen all the time and people like you fix them. Thus, not my problem. People like me are the reason people like you can continue living like that. I didn't ask for any help. There will be a time when you do ask for help, and then you will be happy there are people like me. The bird in the tavern randomly poops sometimes. Wait, what, really? I've not noticed that. Toriel's got all the important information. Sure. Before I forget, innkeeper, yes, Alethea? I will help you fix up your tavern, free of charge. Not necessary, but thank you for the offer. Well, if you don't need my help, I know many around that do. So I'll be going. Maybe we'll know more about all this when I return. How dramatic. Isn't it normal for divine devotees to act like that in times of crisis? Not sure if I'd call this a crisis. Sure, if it's like she said and the literal stars fell from the literal sky, then yeah, that's odd. But then again, I'm sure Cassiopeia would have stopped it from happening if she'd wanted to. Are you religious? No, but I don't deny the dragon's existence. Which means I'm more than confident in saying that if they want to be worshipped, they should work for it. We all work for something. I work to get paid, you work to get paid, and they just get paid without working. I wouldn't say they aren't working. Then what are they doing to help in a crisis like this? They're taking care of the grand scheme of things. Wishful thinking. Oh my god, who's this guy? His eyes are like... staring into my soul. I don't like it. Heyo. Greetings, adventurer. Who? Me? You're the only one who entered my tavern, no? Yeah, but in what way do I look like an adventurer? That's just her standard greeting. Budget couldn't cover any more, I suppose. I have a wide variety of greetings. If that makes you feel better. Hit me and give me something from your repertoire of greetings. How hops it? How what? Hops. What does that even mean? I think it means, how's it going? Ah, cool. Wait, are those tattoos? Whoa, they look so cool. Thanks. These are my bones, actually. Double whoa. What's your name? Who are you? Tell me everything. Jade. You? Iniko. Cool name, Jade. Can I steal it? What? What? I'd prefer it if no one stole anything. Drake's got it. Can I have a drink then, if I can't have your name? Of course. What do you want? What do you have? Everything? What do you need most right now? Something that'll make me more swift and agile. Like a slippery worm. Can't risk getting caught after all. What? What? Worms can be slippery. That wasn't... Never mind. A slippery worm coming right up. Hello, barkeep. One slippery worm, please. Another swift strike. 1, 2, 3. One of these. And one of these. Oh yeah, I want to learn about that other infusion we got. Thunder Sage. Inspiration. Okay. There we go. One swift strike. For this strange person. No worms, but perhaps it'll still suit your tastes. Oh wow, this is great. Amazing even. Where did you learn this craft? In the primordial vortex? Don't look at me like that. I'm just joking. You aren't from here, are you? Who, me? Who else? Corey. Is that the thing on your shoulder? Bingo! It's short for corruption. Ah. No. I meant you. Well, I'm nowhere, anywhere, and everywhere all at once. But most of me is from Avalon. And Hiko is a star? Maybe. I did think because like he's all shattered and stuff. Oh, an Avalonian? Native born or by ancestry? Native, duh. Huh? That's interesting. I find it pretty lame, to be honest. There's nothing going on over there. Everyone's the same. And you think it's different here on Gaia? Yeah, I mean, not really, but I can go anywhere I like. Barely anyone knows me here. Oh my god. Theft, identity fraud, murder? All's goody. Goody with me because I can be someone else tomorrow. In Avalon, you'll see right through that came very quickly. Sorry, that threw me right off. I see. Changeling then? Yes, and I say so out of trust. Just kidding. If you tell anyone, I'll come for you. Fret not. What happens in the tavern stays in the tavern. Then we're cool. Cool. So what brings you here, Iniko? This and that, you know. Zenith seemed like a cool town with a cool name. Got distracted by the giant hog in your front yard and thought I'd come in and say hi. That would be mine. Cool! I don't do mounts. I'm faster on foot. That way I can admire the landscape. Take U-turns through narrow spaces, pickpocket. And did you admire the wrecked ruin that was once Zenith? I mean, I love chaos, so is it that bad? Do you ever leave this tavern and keep? The city looks like a broken mirror. Athalia? You bet it does. Looks like a star hit the center of Zenith and boom. Yep. Oh. But there's nothing we can do about it. Exactly. Someone will fix it. And that someone's not me. Heh, me neither. What if no one fixes it? So what? And it stays broken. The Aether tree won't tumble just because some stars fell from the sky. I'm sure some egomaniac is already on their way to fix it. Needn't get my hands dirty. Ditto. Isn't that a bit bleak? Why even bother? There's always someone who fixes everything. And if not, then it ain't bothering anyone enough. Which means it isn't a problem. Exactly. I know Jade is a mercenary, but say, Iniko, you aren't exactly a traditional adventurer either, huh? Ugh, no way. Their self-righteousness and self-sacrificial hero complexes ain't my vibe. I wouldn't say all adventurers are like that. Name one adventurer that didn't die from self-sacrificial tendencies. I knew one, but they perished thanks to their hubris. Another classic. Reminds me of the group I met last week in Erever. They were nice, but too nice, you know? I know exactly what you mean. Were they also on their way to investigate the falling stars? Nah, they were heading somewhere north. Didn't really listen. Didn't care. But I was nice to them too, you know? Charmed some rations out of them when they prepared breakfast at their camp. Sat around the campfire drinking tea, munching on bread and bacon. One of them was a wizard, I believe. Full on robes and magic type of guy. Kept going on about how Leviathan was sending bad omens to the bottom of his teacup. Leviathan? Huh? Why him? Dunno. Was he trying to warn you about his sister's demise? His sister? Cassiopeia? Ah, right, sorry. Mythology isn't really my cup of tea. What is your cup of tea? Fraud! Checks out. So Leviathan warned him via his tea leaves about. The start is something terrible. Tattered wings tainting the gilded sea in dark shades of misery. Leaving behind nothing but a shimmering void. That's exactly what he said. How did you know? I think I read that somewhere before. Did you also read about the blazing eruption at the foot of Dalwell Hills? No, but I heard about that when I was in Zothard. I thought the Fae were doing one of their quirky rituals again. Wait, so it actually happened? Yep. He also read that from his tea leaves. Whoa, seems like the guy was a real psychic. I guess divination magic can be a powerful tool. The tea leaf said, the wings shall be torn apart at the feet of Avalon, nestled between the peaks of Dalwell. Dalwell? So it really could be true. What? It sounds like whatever happened in Dalwell was the reason the stars fell from the sky. Tainted gilded sea, shimmering void. Metaphors for a starless sky. If the wizard was right about his tea leaf reading, that is. But it fits with what I heard in Zothard. Happened just a few days ago. Oh, that's how you're connecting it all. How else? No idea. I thought he was just babbling. With everything that's been happening recently, I think he might have been onto something. Odd that the adventurers didn't try to stop it from happening. Maybe they were lacking in ego. Maybe. Or maybe they thought someone else would come along to fix everything. Ugh, burn. Okay, enough. I understand what you're getting at. Maybe they were just pretending to be adventurers. Maybe they were the cause of all this and they were just bragging about it, thinking I'd stop them. Lol. Can't believe he says lol. Enough with your maybes. They're pointless and aren't helping anyone. I'm getting a headache. I'll go get some fresh air. So long, innkeep. Merry hunting, Jade. Now it's just you and me, innkeeper. Indeed, Aniko. Have you ever thought about what would happen if no one ever fixed anything? Nah, pal. Just don't think about it. Life's easier that way. Why do you worry so much? You have your tavern. You can just mind your own business. This is my job. I listen to stories and gather rumors to make quests. I get it. That sounds like the blurb on the back of some page turner. I wouldn't want my life to be a page turner. Well, then it's good we aren't all the same. Though I could technically be anyone, even you. Don't. Drakes, I'm kidding. Didn't mean to spit in your soup. You didn't. Cool. I'm off. See if I can snatch some coins off the streets. Good luck. He's a strange one. Don't need any innkeep. Oh, we've hit the end of the demo. We will have to wait till when was it? When is the release? The 20th of June. We will have to wait till the 20th of June to figure out who that weird guy is. And what all the falling stars are about. I really enjoyed that demo though. It's a lot to take in when I have to read it out loud. Definitely if you're reading it to like yourself in your head, it's way easier. But I really liked it. I like that it mixes in the drink mixing and stuff, just to separate it from being pure, you know, just reading. It's cute. I'm interested to see how it goes. Yeah, I want to see the first demo, the real short one that was an hour, real left on a cliffhanger. And then this demo is just like, not as much of a cliffhanger, but I want to know more. I do want to know what happens. So I'm excited. It was almost like a storybook. Yeah. We need to do more visual novels. I can just read to you guys. We'll do it at nighttime. I can read you to sleep. But yeah, I really liked it. It was good. I can't wait for the full release. It doesn't have any price points or anything, so at the minute it's just the 20th of June.